Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day and has had a good day so far. When it comes to this slate, I believe it's Friday. Friday slate, there is not that many games, pretty small slate. And usually when it comes to these small slates, as always, I might not make a video, but I always go through, try to find plays that I do like. And if I find some that I like, I make a video, and that's exactly what I did. I'm never going to force any picks, like I've said before. Rather have quality over quantity, rather have one good picks than like three bad ones. So I do have some. If I do have any added plays, excuse me, which I could, depends. I know PrizePicks haven't had all the lines yet. They'll be in the pinned comment. Could be later tonight. More than likely tomorrow, just so we know all the lines are out. Adjustments have been made, and even player props, player lineups have been out. 14. So keep an eye out for those if you do want more picks. But other than that, we just get straight into them. The first player prop that I found that I like, this one is on PrizePicks, and that's Loïs Openda to go higher than 2 shots playing away from home for Leipzig, going up against Wolfsburg. I feel like a 2.0 is a steal for him. He's had 2+ in the last 5 out of 5 in all competitions with Leipzig, and the last 6 out of 7 starts for Leipzig in general in all competitions. He's averaged 3.07 shots per 90, and he's a versatile striker. He's taken 45 with his right, 19 with his left, and 7 headers. And he played them twice so far this season. They played the most recent game in February. In the Cup game and the Pokal, he went over with 6 in that game. And in the first league game, he did go under with 1. But Leipzig in general, in that time, with including that Wolfsburg game, were in a 6-game stretch where they were just playing horribly. So I don't blame him as much as I do blame the team in general. Besides, if you look at just last season as well, when he played them twice and had 2+ in both games. And Wolfsburg recently are in bad form, losing 3 straight games against Berlin, Heidenheim, and Augsburg. And Leipzig is a much better team than all 3 of those. And he's a very quick player, and he can attack off the counter attack just like that. I believe out of the shots that he's taken, 16 have been off the fast break. And if you look at the Cup game where he took 6 shots, 4 out of those 6 came from fast break. So 2 of them from regular play, which is all we need to at least push, and even just 1 from the fast break. And again, 4 out of the 6 that he took in that Cup game came from fast breaks. Besides, Leipzig in general are fighting for a top 4 spot, and they need goals, and he's their guy, him and Sesko. And I feel like 2.0 is a good line for him regardless who they're playing, whether it's even a tough matchup like Leverkusen. 2.0 is still a pretty good line to take. And again, Wolfsburg, I like this line. I like Loïs Openda to go higher than 2 shots. And then the second player prop that I found that I like, this one is on Underdog, I believe, and that's Dodi Lukebakio to go higher than 1.5 shots, playing away from home for Sevilla, going up against Valencia. He hasn't shot much recently, but he has had tough opposition, so I don't blame him too much. He's played Atletico, he's played Betis, he's played Bilbao, he's played Sociedad. He's had tough matchups, and he did go over in the first game when he played Valencia. He took 1 shot with it being on target, so you could take that shot on target prop if you want to, but I'd rather play a little safer with just 2 shots in general, because I'm not sure if the first shot that he takes will be on target. You can call this a gut call if you want to, just off of that. But I just like this play in general. He still played good in that game against them in the first one where he went under. He still did good in that game in general. He was their best player. He completed 5 out of 11 dribbles, so he was dribbling the ball a lot, and he still had 4 chances created and was helping his teammates a lot. And it just correlates because Valencia in general tend to struggle against these skillful wingers, which is what he plays. And he has still averaged, at the end of the day, 2.57 shots per 90. He has still gone over this prop in 20 out of 29 starts that he's played. That's a 69% hit rate. And he plays full minutes. He plays the whole game, and if he gets subbed out, it's usually with like 5 minutes left to go. So he gets plenty of playing time, and he's a long shot taker as well. 44 from inside the box and 28 from outside the box. And Valencia are in good form, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been giving their opponents shots taken in general. Just over the last 5 on average, they've allowed 13 shots. And I think a 1.5 is a good line. I feel like I mentioned before, you can call it a gut call if you want to, because he hasn't been shooting that much in recent form. But again, he was playing tough opposition, and he did go under in the first game, but he still had a good game. And now I feel like he's going to be relied upon more, because with Vargas out, Edwin Vargas, he's out due to injury. It means more attacking responsibility for him. And without him in the lineup, him not playing in general. He has played 18 games and he has gone over in 14 out of 18. So that bumps up to a 78% hit rate with him gone. And again, it is because he has to do a lot more of the attacking responsibility. So I like this line. I like Dodi Lukebakio to go higher than 1.5 shots. Before I get into the money line plays, as always, I would really appreciate it if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It's a good way to support the channel and it helps boost the video out to more people. So if you could do that, whether it's showing support, asking questions, anything you guys do to help boost this video out, really helps. I like reading the comments. And then I also have the membership linked in the description if you're interested in that. For those that want to just either one, support the channel, or if not both, get the videos out even earlier than what you usually would. If you're not a member, those that are already got this video and these picks before everybody else, because some of these lines do tend to get bumped or taken away when I post these videos. So if you want to join that, link in the description. Same with everything else, whether it's Outlier, a data app that I use as well. The picture that you see on the screen is from them, as well as my links for everything else, all linked in the description. So I want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. When it comes to the money line, this is not day 4 of the ladder challenge. We have not hit day 1, haven't hit day 2 or 3, and this is not day 4 of the ladder challenge, and this is a minus 150 slip. And the first play that I found that I like is AC Milan to win or draw going up against Udinese. They have had a tough couple of games, these last 4 games, playing Fiorentina, Inter Milan, Napoli, and Como, and they still managed to not lose in 3 out of those 4 games. Now, Udinese, it's not like Udinese is an easy team, but they are a much easier team compared to what they've played before, and they're 7 points behind top 6 with 7 games to go, so they need to pick up the pace. They won the first game 1-0 despite being a man down after 29 minutes into the game, so they did do good against them in the first game. And Udinese in general have been struggling lately. They had a good run of form, and lately they've just been slowing down. They've lost 3 straight and have lost are winless in the last 4 games in general. And the 3 that they've lost, these last 3 games, have all been since they've lost Stalvin. They're one of their strikers, one of their attackers, their captain. Since they've lost them in the last 3, they've lost all 3. He's had 11 goals and assists from 36 total that Udinese have. So he's a big loss, especially in the attack and really in the dressing room just as a captain for them. Almost a third of their attack is gone just for him being there, and they have really nothing else to play for. They're safe from relegation, and they're not getting a top 6 spot. They're way too far to even consider that right now. And AC Milan at the end of the day is just a better team, and I just don't see them losing this game. So like Milan to win or draw going up against Udinese. And the second one that I found that I like is Leipzig to win or draw the first half, not the full game, the first half going up against Wolfsburg. I did consider taking the full game because it is a little less juice than this. But I want to play a little safer with this, and I'll explain why. You can take the full game if you want to, but I feel like this one's just a little bit safer. Wolfsburg in general have been struggling. I mentioned that in the Openda pick. They're in general, the 3 that they've lost, the last 3 that they've lost, they're scoreless in all 3 games. And they are actually the worst first half home team in the whole league. They have only scored 4 goals. They conceded 13 and 14 games. And then in the second half, they go up to the 3rd best team in the league in the second half when they play at home. So they go from the worst to the 3rd best. So I'd rather take them when they're playing bad. In that second half, they scored 19 goals and conceded 11 and 14. And Leipzig, on the other hand, when they've played away from home, are better in the first half compared to the second half. They have not lost in 12 out of 14 games in the first half away from home. They have scored 12 goals and conceded 7 in those 14. And they themselves go down to the 3rd worst team in the second half away from home, only scoring 5 and conceding 12. So Wolfsburg are really bad in the first half. Leipzig are good. While on the other hand, Wolfsburg is bad in the second half. Good in the second half, while Leipzig isn't. So I'd rather take that value there in that first half. I believe this only gets bumped down from minus 129 to minus 150. So I'd rather take that extra juice if it just means playing it just a little bit safer. So I'd rather take that. And besides, Leipzig are currently 5th place with 1 point behind 4th place and 3 points behind 3rd place. So they're fighting for a Champions League spot. They're currently in Europa, but obviously they'd rather have that Champions League spot. So they're going to be fighting. Even a point would be good for them, but honestly, they could win this game. In general, this prop has hit in the last 8 out of 10 games, and in the league has also hit in the last 8 out of 10 games. They're in better form after picking up that 3-1 Hoffenheim win, so they in general are in better form. better morale, while Wolfsburg have been struggling to score. And honestly, when it comes to Milan and Leipzig, I see both of them winning, but just playing it safer with this winner draw is good for us for this day. So I like this slip for -150 for day 4, or not day 4 of the ladder challenge. Thank you everybody for watching the video. Quickly going over last video's picks. The 2 picks from the video themselves, we had Castellanos to take 3 shots, but he didn't start, so he DNP'd. And obviously, I went over day 3. That play came through for us. So really only 1 pick from the video. That one hit, and then I did have 2 added plays. Unfortunately, those did not hit. We had Sakani to take 2 shots. Lazio in general had a horrible game. They lost 2-0 that game. But I mean, that hit our ladder challenge by Glimt scoring that goal. But Lazio in general played bad. I had him taking shots. He didn't take a single shot. And then I had the Bilbao keeper to take 3 saves. And of course, the time I take him, the opposing team, Rangers, gets a red card early into the first half. So they really had no momentum, man down, they couldn't attack. So just very unfortunate for us. We take Sakani, Lazio play a bad game. We take the Bilbao keeper, and Rangers get an early red card. So it was unfortunate. I still like the reads, but unfortunately, it just couldn't happen. But we still hit the ladder challenge, so hopefully we can carry that into tomorrow. Small slate. And with these smaller slates, I tend to do a little better as well, just because I can analyze each game with more time. So like I mentioned before, if I do have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment either later tonight or tomorrow. And I do have my Discord linked if you're interested in joining that. Not a premium, completely free. Just those I want to join. You get notified when the videos are out there as well to the public. And you can talk about your plays, other sports during the games. Just a good community that I'm trying to build over there. So again, more than welcome to join in the description. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.